Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jokes Only Zone. My bad, Pierre. I am late. We were having some technical issues. Twitter is on fire. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I was trying to get the information to my guests. Welcome to the Jokes Only Zone. Every Wednesday night, I get on here and talk about working out some new jokes as I prepare for my next hour special. I invite some of my comedian friends to come aboard and work out some of their jokes. So today I have someone else coming on. Shout out to Tone Bell last week who came on and got ready for his show tonight. He's doing a show. He's performing, so he won't be here. But I have another special guest coming in, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all. I I am excited to work out some new jokes, and I want to get started. Anyway, here we go. So I have my jokes up on a board. So when I look up, that's because I'm looking at the new jokes. I We were talking about white women because white women have been a big topic as of late. We've been talking a lot about Karens and all this stuff. And so one of the things that I started writing about is that these white men in Washington are really trying to stop white women from having abortions. And I realized that white women are being our allies, and they like, we're not making y'all no more. They are deciding that they decided that they don't want to make any more white men, and that's why they're having abortions, and that's why they're trying to stop the abortions because they're scared the black and brown people are going to take over. That's my joke. I'm working on that one because I feel like I have something there, and that joke is going to be something. So that's how the jokes work. You start with the premise, you start building around it, and like I said, white women said, "You guys are evil. You're fucking up the world, and we're not making any more of y'all." Um, Somebody said they should be called Ivankas, the Karens. I think that's funny too. Um, ooh, I've been thinking about all of the things that have been happening in the news lately. We have there's a big controversy right now because Latin people didn't get any nominations for the Emmys. And so now there's a fight online, black and brown people fighting. And it's funny to see the black Latinos saying that the black people and the black people. And then you look at them and you're like, you are the black people. What are you talking about? Um, and it's just funny. I'm about to bring my friend online, and we're going to have a conversation about comedy, and we're going to work out some new jokes. She is one of the people that you saw on Day Ready with Me. She's actually one of my friends in real life, and she inspired a joke that I'm going to do today when she's on here because it's about her. And anyway, she's, working on her own TV show. She was on Wild and Out. She was on They Ready, but she's been working for a long time and she's just got her own, she's got her own thing. So put your hands together or, throw up your hearts or whatever it is y'all do here for Chaunté Wayans.
You sound like you didn't know me that well.
Shut up.
She got her thing going, and it's another thing, and this is who she is.
I can't keep up with the credits anymore. I'm just like, listen, it's funny. I haven't been on stage in so long. I don't know how to host a show anymore.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, there's just credits that people don't like. Like for me, there was credits that I don't like to announce. Not like, oh, why'd you do that? But I just get like, man, fuck them.
So you don't want me to say you was on Wild and Out,
right? but nah, it's not a screw them. It's just that's just sweet bitterness. But now y'all ain't on. Nah, that's the hater of me. That's why you got hits.
White people don't fuck with Nick Cannon no more, so you can say fuck Wild and Out.
Nah, because Nick gave me an opportunity. He was actually dope, so I can't do that.
That's a joke. This is a joke.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was like really, this will go viral. when they really trying to bring them down, they gonna get everybody's fuck nigga.
Nah, I ain't talking about me.
I
That
keep.
you got some new jokes over there. You've been working out. I'm going through my.
Look, you gonna hear a bunch of like, girl, you ever been to a pancake? Me either, because it's COVID. Nah, I've been getting beat up, not beat up, bitten up so much. I don't know if you can see, but I'm like swollen right here. But they keep biting me in different parts of my body. I feel like an SVU victim, like for bugs.
It's SVU. I have a. I was writing a joke about SVU. You
About
watch?
the past, I go to sleep off of it.
That's bad, right? You go to sleep off of rape and murder.
I
Like,
go to sleep off of rape. That's the only thing that put me to sleep. I'm like, I need to hear some guns and somebody screaming.
yo, I listen. I like Law and Order with Stabler. Though I like SVU. I don't like the Law and Order with the daddy from Dirty Dancing.
Oh
Like,
no!
that's not Anthony Anderson. Like, and it was Fat Anthony Anderson. I don't like it. But you know what, Pierre, I will see you out.
My dog, as I'm on this live, my dog was trying to sneak the steak bone out of the garbage. Get your ass in there. And so I caught her going in it. Sorry about that.
We go. Okay, so you got some new jokes over there?
I got like 2 or 3.
Go ahead, try it. This is what it's for.
This is what it's for. Oh man, this is
Somebody
crazy.
said SVU is for bugs.
You said what?
Somebody said SVU is for bugs. I was addicted to that show, right? I would watch SVU and I thought I was part of the team. Like I'm trying to solve cases. I can't read an article. Was Rodney, you gotta come work out with us. I can't read an article and not be like, okay, what's the backstory? I need to
Right.
get Olivia and Stabler on this. Like this is definitely a human trafficking case. You understand? I was so addicted to Law and Order. It's really bad. Like I was watching the shows and you get so caught up in it. Like I know all the cases too. They're my triggers, the boy. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I think the worst part is when you go back to actually watch it again. Like now now you like, oh, that was a good episode about rape. Let me go see some more.
Did you see the Michael Jackson episode? Who saw the Michael you ever saw the Michael Jackson episode of Law and Order? They made him white and he liked to play. He had little kids and they would spend the night. And it was just the weirdest. It was like
no, but I gotta find it. Did they have a dude doing this? The he and stuff?
No, he always had like a Neverland at his house.
That's one of the best things about this show is that it happens so much. It's almost like if they were gonna take away, if they were really gonna come down on rapists and stuff, this show would try to go out and do more just to keep the show going. Because they literally
No, somebody say I wonder if predators watch that show and take notes.
Yo, which is the same thing we should be doing. Every show that's out there is something we should be jotting down jokes for. I mean, wrote notes.
I have a joke.
He said that because since you're not going.
No, I have a joke about you that I told people about the joke. So I had to let them know that my lesbian joke is about you. And so I tell the joke that Chaunté be trying to talk you out of your vagina. Like, how you know you don't like girls if you ain't ever been with a girl before? And I'm like, I don't know, bitch, you ever fucked a goat? Well, you know you don't like goats if you ain't never been with a goat before. Like, I want to fuck a goat. And I'm like, ew, and I don't want to eat your box.
That's why there's so much I have to teach you because I don't have to do that. you like how I still try to slide in. Still trying
to slide in. You have jokes about that.
No, I do. Because the funny thing is, like, growing up, like the girl side of me is like, I get mad when dudes still try to holler at me back in the day. I would get mad because I'm like, I know that line. I know it because I use it on other chicks. So it would piss me off when dudes try to come at me with it. But when it was when it was me talking to a chick, I'll be like, let me try that lie. Or I'll try to flip it to see if see if I can make it better. Let me just improve your original idea.
So what's the process when you write a joke? What's your process? Like when you starting the whole, when you got your first premise and all our jokes start with us and we're like, oh, I think this is funny. Like
Right.
I'm gonna turn this into something, right?
Right.
And sometimes the jokes get like creepy, people get upset. I'm gonna do one of those jokes tonight. But when you write a joke, where you start?
I think it like most of the time it comes when I observe something, you know. So uh, it's when I observe something, and then yeah, when you're experiencing it, I like to take it off of things that I'm actually experiencing. Maybe I'll add on things and stuff like that, but it really comes 9 times out of 10 from a true place, unless I just see something funny. So like for instance, and I think I was talking to you about this, but later you go, oh, that was funny. But I'm single now. I'm single. My girl and I broke up, but I
Again?
bought. Yeah, but this we left like on cool terms. We didn't separate for the time being, but I left, and I've been trying to figure out how to get my dick back, and that's
Oh,
the dildo that I bought that cost a lot of money. But she got the whole package, and I'm mad because I'm over here single with no dick.
so wait a minute. You said it costs a lot of money, right? So when you write this joke, you got to incorporate that. How much does the dick cost?
So technically, like if you want a good dick, you're gonna spend about a good 200. You know what I'm saying? Chuck, you're gonna spend about a good 200. If you and that's not even including the accessories that you need to have it attached to you.
So do you ever use the dick on yourself?
Not at all.
Oh,
Not at all.
you
That's
really,
like
you
I'm
really
like,
love that dick.
yeah. If my dick ever found this way to me, I'm like, I'm straight. I'm gay, nigga. What you over here?
I have to tell people that this is an explicit show. They know they were here last year. Tone got real dirty. So okay, so you working on the joke about your dick. We talked about it. It costs
Yeah,
money.
it cost me money, and so basically there was a joke I was doing when I actually bought it, and so I bought it, and that joke was just basically about like, um, this is my first time buying one, and how I went into the store, and I thought girls like big penises too. So I went and bought the biggest, picked up the biggest one, and the girl actually was like, "Oh hell no!" Nah, and walked out the store. So, but I had a gay dude at that store. It was like this fat gay dude, and he was like, when I walked in, he was like, "Ooh, girl, do I have the dick for you?" And so he's like trying to show me all these dicks. He's like, you see, he brings me to this one dick, and it's like he took me through a chamber to bring it to me. He's like, this is the one. This is the one for you. And I touched it, and it was like one of them semi-soft ones. And I was like, why I want to get me a dick that's kind of limp when I can spend an extra $10 and get it already ready.
That's hilarious funny. So you working on that joke. I got
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You and I talked about that. So I have a joke, and some people gonna think it's insensitive, but I like those kinds of jokes. I miss traffic, right? And traffic in LA reminded me that I was crazy because I would be in cars, right? And when you're in traffic so much, you just start looking at everything around you. Like I've been on the 405 for 4 hours before because
Right.
the plane like turned over on the freeway. So now I'm looking around, you know, and then I start seeing the signs that people have, the things of um, the dead people on their cars, like the rest in peace. They got memorial in the car. And
Yeah.
I'd be like trying to figure out what happened. I'd be doing math, I'd be like, oh, he was 12, right? I guess
Right.
get out the car, knock on the window, and be like, what the fuck happened to Samuel?
Right. Right.
with Samuel? There's a bike back there. Was he on the bike? Did he get on the bike? What were you doing for Samuel to be gone? Right?
That's funny.
But people are, it's a little dark, right? It's a little bit dark.
I think the biggest thing is like people don't understand it's people get sensitive about what when you say something about the person passing away. The RIP shit is where it hits, but the whole joke is not insensitive.
I'm
it's
not making
you
fun of that person. I'm making fun of people who think it's cool to commemorate a death on an
right.
Like that's
But see, that's when you just gotta go, who fucking cares? Because it's and honestly, the joke, it wasn't a joke, but I literally felt my face and was gonna say something way more brutal than I was, and I was like, what can I say? That's why I said SBU, because I was like, I don't want to say something that'll shut. I know you get political and stuff sometimes, so I was like, I don't want to do that on my first live.
Nah, but you know what the thing is, like, if you don't make fun of what's going on or the politics, then you're not a real comedian. And you're supposed to make everybody, right? We did that last week, me and Tone. I made fun of Obama's haircut because his hairline. I do. Somebody said, "Do you miss road rage?" I do. And as a mom, because I was always in the car, I had really bad road rage. And the way I dealt with my road rage is like making psychological assessments about people according to how they drive, right? So, and I'll share some. So, like people who don't let you in will never let you in. They darks.
That's funny.
Never gonna let you in, right?
Right.
People who tailgate have abandonment issues.
Yeah, they needy. They
driving close, right? Because they want to hug. You be like, bitch,
right? Get back.
And people who don't who switch lanes without signals, they don't use condoms. That's how they drive, and that's how they feel.
That's funny. There's who else is there? Damn. Oh, that's slow. The driver in front of you that's going too slow. They gonna drain your life out. They gonna slow you down in your career.
With people who drive too slow.
Yeah, the people who drive too slow are gonna slow you down in life.
They'll affect your trajectory.
They affect you, right.
That's funny. I like that one.
I feel like you can go more in the what people have on their cars and stuff, because this is a life of people pretending to be something that they're not. Like I said a joke about being afraid of the world before it's on your live, but it was like being afraid, and I feel like Jesus is coming, so part of me is like walking around with one eye open, because I don't want to, if Jesus comes, really coming, I'll kind of want to be in midsection, right? But now I'm seeing like relatives of mine studying, and they've only been studying for 2 weeks, and I went over there for my uncle's birthday. And then he was like, hey, you should really sit down and study. And I'm like, nigga, I've been doing this back and forth growing up. How dare you come to me after you lived your whole life, not whole life, your whole life having a great time. And now you want me to find Jesus with you? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's your Uncle Damon?
No, my Uncle Damon is the leader. He's the one that has been attending his whole life. So now everybody else is trying to get involved. And I'm like, they have to repent right now. They live their whole life.
I see that, Shayla. I'm writing it down. Yo, you know what's funny is that you have a relationship with your uncles, like my relationship with my uncles, right? Because we never got molested by our uncles, right? Like so many people get molested by, but I adore my uncles like you adore yours,
right?
And I've been working on this joke. My auntie's on here. My auntie Aida, who loves you. She's a fan of you.
Hey, Bo.
She stopped watching TBS when you lost.
Oh, that was the first episode or second.
She was done with it. My Uncle Raymond, God bless his soul, he was on drugs, and when my grandmother died, he was in the funeral home, and he led everybody in prayer. And I was like, I am not playing with you.
I'm not playing with it.
Crack right now. And everybody turned on me. I was sober. My mom was high on pills. My uncle was on crack. And they turned around and said, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm the clean one here. How dare you?"
I'm speaking for Jesus.
They said, "You going to hell because you don't want to pray with us." I was like, "Y'all going to hell because y'all doing
you going to hell because you got the hell gatekeeper leading the prayer." This the devil. This the thing they were talking about.
Yo, but it's so funny how when you, no matter how normal you get, like when you come from a crazy family and you start working towards getting some peace and some wellness, you become the crazy one to the crazy people.
Yeah, they're like, "What's wrong with you? LGBT has a movement and they equal too." You like, nigga, you wasn't saying that 20 years ago when I was trying to be fully gay. Now all of a sudden they're part of the community. Okay.
But so you grew up Jehovah's Witnesses. Your
I
family.
grew up in that, yeah.
You know
Not
why?
everybody.
Not all of y'all were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Excuse me.
So my best friends were Jehovah's Witnesses growing up. Albalidia and Felix. That's what their names were. They were Hispanic.
They sound bisexual.
Nah, but I used to think like I remember when they told me that only 700,000 people going to heaven, and I was like,
100,000.
The number it went down.
It was always 100,000, and in Kingdom Hall, it's 100,000 people.
Then I can't be a Jehovah's Witness. I know it's 100,000 people that are better than me.
Right. That's just slavery alone. We can give that to them.
I know that's way. I mean, shit, millions.
Right.
That's a funny joke.
It's a waiting list.
You should write that. That's funny.
No, it's funny. I had a joke about. I had a joke similar to it where it was like, I said.
She said, "Not even the slaves." Rodney said 144,000.
Oh yeah, you're right. 144. My bad. But there was a joke that I had that I would talk about how people keep talking about me and my lifestyle, and I would go, there's only 144,000 of y'all getting in VIP with heaven. So if I was y'all, I would be trying to push me to be more gay. I'd be like, "Yeah, girl, go on and you should go do this." That's like going to a club and they say only 20 people can get in, and you show up. It opens at 7. You show up at 9:30.
Oh no!
Thinking you gonna get in with Jesus.
My aunt said, "You know how we do it. You invite 1 and bring 7."
Then and 7 of them are gonna be outside.
Rodney said the list is closed.
Right.
You better come do this show with us.
It's a
So my family they changed religions all the time. So when I was born, I was Catholic, right? They baptized me as a baby. Then they became Pentecostal. And it was my grandmother used to lead everybody because my grandmother was the matriarch. Then they became 7-day Adventists. And I don't know if you know them, but they go to church on Saturday. And it was horrible because, Saturday is when the cartoons used to come on. And that's how you fuck up a kid's life. Like Saturday cartoons. Y'all remember Saturday cartoons? Like now you can watch cartoons anytime because everything is digital. But you know how hard it was for me? Like the lights would go off at night on Fridays to keep the Sabbath. And then we couldn't turn the lights back on until Saturday at night when the sun went down. Somebody said, "Oof, SDA." I was a Pathfinder. Like I couldn't wear earrings. Like y'all, I'm the devil now to the people from my church. Like these earrings alone, and I got on a sports bra. I'm going to hell. Like I'm a poster child for hell. It was tough. It was like, especially like I used to love the Smurfs. Sabbath on
Sources do.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And people who go to church on Sunday, they call them Sunday keepers. The Sunday.
Ah!
It was awful, like awful for me because I didn't know what was going on as a little kid. And I remember that Gargamel was trying to get with Smurfette.
He was a pervert.
Then when I went back to watch it, they had a baby. So I missed the whole relationship.
Ah!
No
That's funny.
cartoon, no music.
No music when you try to do it. Nah, we was different. Probably because my mom was young, so she was trying to give us stuff to entertain us. While she tried to grow up as well. My mom was good at diagnosing when the area was going bad. She would move. We would move so much. We would move into one neighborhood, and I remember across the street there was this like bus stop, and it was these two dudes hanging there. And she goes, "Oh, we gonna have to leave. It's getting bad." And I looked outside and said, "It's just two dudes out on a bus stop with groceries." She was like, "Yeah, I'm telling you, Tay." And literally, we moved, and that shit went down. It was like shootings right in front of our house, all types of stuff.
There was your mom. I love your mom. So our moms, even in the hood where we grew up, my moms were the best, the best at teaching life lessons, like that. Like my mom, but my mom used to do it in a very unorthodox way. So my mom ain't got no filter, right? So I would be like, I'll come home crying, and she'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Delia said I was ugly," and she would be like, "You talking about the girl who came here on a raft who motherfucked her brother?" That she was like, "You got a bitch that can't read make you feel bad about yourself?" Yeah. She was like,
That's so funny.
that's what she would say. That was her natural consider the source. Instead of saying consider the source, she would just throw it would be like, now
Right.
her
You know, you shouldn't be.
mother buys beer with food stamps. Why you worried about what that bitch got to say about you? I would be like, ooh, mommy. But that's my mom. Well, you met my mom. You love my
Oh, I
mom.
love her. She loves me.
She does love
I was
you.
thinking about being your step mommy daddy. Like, let me get Mama Ada. I mean, Mama Rodriguez.
My aunt is laughing. You date my mom for 6 months and you will go back to being straight.
I'll be like, where's the dudes? Where's the dudes?
You would be like, my mom, you would be like, yo, Margarita just sent me away. My mom is, when I tell you my mother is,
that per- I think we would have a different life. You know, times are changing, and I just want to take care of her. And you know, no, I'm joking. I
okay.
will. I will say this though. I'm gonna have to get back in shape. I'm trying to lose some weight and stuff like that because I got swollen this past year. Um,
You got swollen?
I got so swole. Like when I found out, it was so fun. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor because so I thought something was like wrong. I thought I was gonna have like fibroids or something. So I go to the doctor to get checked out, and I show up like this, and the lady is like, the lady is like, "How much you weigh?" And I'm like, about I think like 165. She was like, "You sure you want to just weigh yourself on the scale?" So I go, yeah, I could do that. And I did it. And I was like 182. So I dropped pounds since then. But I was like, nigga, it's crazy because the dudes in my life don't care. I realize how much they don't give a hell about my emotions. Like, I really want to be one of the boys in the crew and them to respect me. And to the ladies out there looking to be equal, in a lot of ways, be careful what you're asking for because they don't give me any type of compliments. They don't sugarcoat shit. Literally walked into this barbecue and they was like, "Damn, nigga, you pregnant? Like, where does weight come from?" And I was like, "Yo, this fatter chick's here than me. How dare you walk up to me and say?" They're like, "Come on, nigga, stop being sensitive."
That is funny. You working on that?
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was working on. They literally did that to me.
I like that joke. I was thinking about something. You triggered something in me, and a premise came to my head about what was it?
I
Oh,
got that fine look away. Sorry. Go ahead.
we were talking about religion, and so my mom is Puerto Rican, right? And my ex is Muslim, and
Mm.
so my mom, when I brought him home, my mom is an asshole, right? And y'all know when black dudes in America convert to Islam, they start talking like they Arabs. They'd be like, I'm Muslim, I'm Muslim,
Right.
I'm Muslim. Salam alaikum. What up, brother? Ak, right? He came home to my mom. And like the funny thing is, when I told my mom he was Muslim, she was offended, and I was like, "Yeah, he don't believe in Jesus." She was like, "Man, fuck that! You mean he don't eat pork chops?" That was what she was offended by. It's like, you want to offend a Puerto Rican mother, you bring somebody home who don't eat pork. So
Right. Right.
she made him a pork chop and she gave it to him.
That's hilarious.
And he was like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am, I can't eat that. I'm Muslim. I don't eat pork." And my mom was like, "If they're Muslim, if they're Muslim." And my mom said it for real. My aunt is on here. My mom was like, "Este no come puerco, pero come bollo," which means he don't eat pork, but he eat ass. She was like, "They're
Mm.
Muslim." He's like, "The Muslims eat ass," and I was like, "Oh, this is not gonna go well."
I
Um,
love your mom.
yeah,
I
my mom.
love
Oh,
moms. That's why when you get to a certain age, there's so many things you can do. Like I should have waited for my addiction to kick in. I'm like, if I was 50, 60 years old, maybe 65,
mhm.
you gotta get some wrinkles on you. And then nobody cares about what grandma do.
Yeah.
Nobody care. You could do heroin. They be like, look at grandma. That's not how you put the rubber band or belt on. Give me that arm, grandma. They just love to see you living life.
The problem is my mom been like that her whole life. Like it ain't just she didn't just start doing this shit now. My mom has been like that her whole life. She's always said stuff that will get people in trouble.
Right.
She's politically incorrect. If my mom was out there into the world, I would get canceled.
Immediately.
Oh, I had another joke.
What's
It
my
says
thing
white
is?
people are good at protesting, but real bad at being victims of police brutality.
Ah!
They go out there and march until they get that first time they get punched in the eye. They're like, "Man, fuck black people.
Right. Ah!
All
They're like,
lives
whoa.
matter." They don't want to get beat up no more.
They're like, whoa. Uh but at least they can say they did it though. That's funny.
I said
The
they put the Black Lives Matter sign on their windows so that nobody breaks their windows. They don't give a fuck about black people. They'll be like, "The black people marching. Make them put the sign up. Put the sign up."
right. Well, that's the thing. It goes from them trying to be really brave until they get socked because I think originally they thought they weren't gonna get hit. They thought like we got this. We got you blacks. Trust me. And they ain't trying to stand on the front line.
Then when they get busted on in the head with that rock,
I think it's not right. I think it's that's when it wakes them back up and reminds them how white they are. But I think there's nothing worse than a white person hating another white person. When I mean nothing worse, it's even more extreme. Like they hate for their people to love other people that they don't like.
yeah, my aunt. What if? I don't know the saying. I get them all fucked up all the
Yeah,
time.
I dragged the joke out too long. I was trying to get somewhere and then I
But
got
that's
to.
what it is. We're working out jokes. This is not. This ain't that. This ain't the. We're not.
Yeah, but her yeah, there's some examples in there though. Because they got the pellet gun, and this is shit that we used to, So I feel like that's why we can go a little longer because we've been tased before. We've been, we expect certain things. I've been tased.
You've been tased.
I've been tased before. That shit.
Why?
I was tased because I was with this dude that I was dating.
That's why you like girls.
I know, right? Because that fucking taste. I was 15 years old, and my boyfriend at the time lived in the projects. So we was walking back, and it was late, and he asked somebody for a cigarette or something, and the dude walked up and was like, "Oh, you gonna ask me for something?" And then tased him, but they were laughing, so he knew these dudes. They tased him, and then they was like, "Oh, what's up, cutie?" And they was like, "Bzzz." And I was like, "Ugh." Yo, it was the worst. It's like your body goes numb. It's painful, but your body is just you can't feel your legs.
That's horrible. That's funny thing. Like I could see you getting tased, and then cut to you at the store buying a dick.
Right? It's like fuck
You're
this
like,
shit. If you're not gonna protect me, I might as well go eat some vagina.
ah,
Oh come on, you did the alley oop. Now you're mad that
joke. I don't care about what
you
you said.
hit the ah.
It was a joke.
You
That
want
was
to?
the jokes only zone. We can tell jokes about
I
anything.
know I'm messing with you.
And when you said you were going to buy the big dick, and the women were like, "We don't want that," I'm like, "Bitches are tired of urinary tract infections. They don't want." They're like, "This love ain't worth it. I'm broke, my credit bad, and I got a UTI. Take your big dick out. Where the little dick dudes at? I need a little dick."
Yeah, I need a little dick.
I need a little dick dude that is going to help me fix my life. I don't need a big dude with a lot of drama.
No, these women, yeah. I mean, I talk to some people sometimes and they just act like they do want all this stuff. And I just go, I never understood why some women like pain. Why they say it's all good. And then you have a conversation with them and they be like, oh, I never came before. I never did this. I'm like, why? Why do you want to be balled up in a pretzel and get fucked or screwed?
What is balled up in a pretzel is? What is
You know
that?
how the dudes try to put your legs up?
Mm-hmm.
And then they think the further it goes back, it turned them on. But it be hurting the hell out of it.
How do you know?
When you go, I do that to women.
Oh wow.
And I've had a portion of that done to me when I was dating dudes.
And you do you have any jokes about when you used to date dudes?
Me dating dudes, I haven't written anything down yet, but my dating dudes was, I used to just get a lot of head. Like I liked getting dudes going down on me.
Mhm.
Um, but I low key, no, I don't. Let me see. Do I have any? I have some funny stories because I dress just like this. Every now and again, I would try to switch it up, but I still had like a dude twist to me. It was
Right.
like I remember having these shorts that was a skirt. It was like a skirt or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I would wear those every time I tried to go out with a dude. So that was my only girly outfit. That and this like white halter top, and then I would wear sneakers.
That's funny.
But yeah, uh, I had some funny stories with dudes. I never had like emotions like that. I remember breaking up with this one dude, and I was with him probably for like 3, 4 years. He actually took my virginity. After all the other cases that happened without me wanting it,
Mm-hmm.
he took my real virginity. But
He
I
took
was going to,
your real virginity.
yeah, he took my real virginity.
Why did
I wanted to go so dark, and then I was just like, no. It took me out of the joke.
it hurt your feelings?
No, it just took me out of the joke because I was like, my friend is here, and she hates when I talk about this. She's gonna be like, "You want to talk about things?" I'm like, "Nah, this is my therapy, getting it out."
So last week I talked about how my dad's new song was trash. And
Yeah,
it is bad. It
it's
made
so Is he put the you need to egg him on and put it on YouTube or something.
He got his song is trash. It's on YouTube. It's about
Please,
it's about the environment.
please send me the link.
And I said it made me want to go throw straws in the ocean. I said, "Fuck these turtles, man! Make this song stop."
That's funny. Start. You're exhausted everything. You just don't give a fuck about the
So I got a joke.
every time you want to do something. Every time you hear that song, you just start littering. You just start.
Littering. I drive to the ocean and throw straws in there. I spray aerosol into the. I'll be spraying aerosol.
Mm.
Um,
What was you gonna say? You got this joke.
that I don't like roasting. When I was little, you know how people used to play the dozens.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like to play the dozens because I always had the worst family on the block. I'd be like, "That's why your shoes dirty," and they'd be like, "That's why your uncle sold his baby for crack."
You be like, wait a minute. This ain't fun no more. That's when you fight. That's
Yeah.
why certain people don't need a roast because you fight.
Mm-hmm. So I want to roast because I always had I had my uncle. My uncle got high one time, and he used to take cabs home and with no money, and he'll run up the stairs to our apartment. And one day the cab driver wasn't having that shit, right? The cab driver was like, he ran up the stairs with him. And when my uncle got in the house, he tried to pay him with a platter. He gave him the silver platter that was for my 15, for my quinceañera, that he had bought from Finger Hut. Oh my. And we was like, that cab driver was like, I don't want this shit. And I remember this, right? I was a shorty. And my uncle was like, you better take that shit because that's all I got. And he took the platter. And
you didn't even put food on it?
He didn't put no, it was a brand new like silver platter, like lit from Finger Hut. The people who are poor, they know what Finger Hut is. I don't think if I could do joke. This is how I keep my uncle alive because my uncle was really funny. My uncle Raymond used to do some of the most outlandish stuff. Like my grandmother was a landlady, and she went to collect her rents, and every time somebody she'd knock on somebody's door, they'd be like, "Oh, we already gave your son the rent." And by apartment number 8, she went and got her gun because he stole all the rents.
Right.
He went, he was a drug addict, so he would leave and go binge for a few days and then come back.
Yes.
But the worst one was one day we were at the grocery store, and my grandmother was I used to be her translator, right? And this lady came up to my grandmother anyway and was like, "Señora Aida, I'm so sorry for your loss." And my grandmother was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so." And my grandmother was like, "What the?" My grandmother used to be very explosive, right? And the lady was like, "I heard your father died." And my grandmother just dropped everything. We ran home. She was like, because she was like, "That's her father." When we walked into the apartment, my grandfather was alive. My uncle took a collection and told people that my grandfather died so he could buy crack. Crackheads don't love nobody. They were like,
it's the crack, and the more they hurt people, the more they got to do more because they feel bad about hurting them. So it's just a cycle.
yes.
That's funny.
He was like, my grandfather passed away. He collected money and then he disappeared again.
Well, the funny thing is, could he come back with the same excuse too? If he's so high, he don't even remember that he told this story already. And it come in different forms. He like, yeah, my grandfather died of a heart attack. Yeah, didn't know. My dad had diabetes, died of that. But he just it's like the craziest stories.
We got to pay the hospital bill.
Man, I just had something happen that was hilarious, but it's something similar. I don't think I'll do this joke, but just the fact that I try to set up this graphic designer, I was like, he tried to give me this sweet ass deal. He's like, yo, I'll do like unlimited flyers for you and stuff for a month, every month for this amount of money. It was so cheap. I was like, yeah, fine. And I didn't even think about it. But I was like, he was like, send me the money. And so I sent him the money without him doing the work, right? The problem is, he's like, yo, I'm gonna have it to you tonight. I went from sis. He was like, I'm gonna have it for you tonight, sis. I was like, okay, cool. No worries. I need it by tomorrow. He's like, nah, sis, I got you tonight. Cool. 3 hours go by. He's like, babe, I got you. Now I'm babe. So I already know where this is going. I know this nigga, he's not gonna do it. This is not gonna happen. So he literally, I didn't hear from him that night, didn't hear from him the next day. And then I needed the flyer, it was the day of. So I tell him, I go, yo, I need that or I need my money back. So he hits me up later and sends me 3 photos, right? And he goes, I just got into an accident last night. No, not last night. He said, I got into an accident. I'm sorry. Here goes the photos. So I look at the photos. He goes, oh, my phone died, all this stuff. I look at the photos. The photo has a date stamped on it. And it says May 28th, 2019. So I at first I felt bad when I see the accident information. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, and then I saw the date and I said, cool. I said, that's crazy. Could you send me my money back? Because that looks like it was a date on the 28th. Then he goes a step further and goes, oh nah, my phone needs to be updated. So the information is not updated. Ida, it was a screenshot. So there's no update. It was the freaking stamp was on the screenshot. And then he told me he got drunk and spent the money and all this stuff. But it took him 3 times to lie. He's like, I'm embarrassed. It's like, nigga, the date is right in front of me. That's the problem with these phones. You can't lie to say no more. These phones got all the information. You could pull up exactly what he's talking about on your phone and see the location, the date,
The
and
lies.
all that. The lie.
The lies. You can see the lies.
Your uncle couldn't do that anymore.
No. I miss my uncle.
I'm
I'll tell
sorry.
you about I got a dating story. I was this is a joke, I'm working out. I had met this guy and I had talked to him on the phone a few times. But I didn't tell him I had kids, not because I was ashamed of my kids, but because I always like to get a read on people. Oh yes, yes. The just because I was like, you ever know if somebody's a pedophile or whatever. You just got to get a feel from them before. So I was driving home one day. I had talked to him a few times, and he heard my daughter in the background, and he was like, "Who is that?" And I said, "That's my daughter." And he was like, "You got a kid?" I said, "I got two." He said, "When were you gonna break the news to me?" And I got hot. You know how I feel about A&O, boy. I was so mad. I was like, "Excuse me?" He said, "When were you gonna break this news to me?" I said, "That you talking about my kids like they herpes."
Right.
Like I tested HIV positive, right? I was like, you know what? I said I thought about it and I was gonna break the news to all of y'all together. I was
Right.
gonna tell you that I had kids, and I was gonna tell them that I met another sorry motherfucker in Los Angeles.
That's funny. That,
He was
that,
serious though. I never spoke to him again. And then I saw him, and then when I saw him, he was like, "Yo, you ain't never hit me back." I was like, "If you don't get your crunchy ass out of my..."
look, I tested positive for 2 kids.
I know. Oh, I tested. That's a good tag. I tested positive for 2 kids. I like that.
I get one in every now and again.
So what you got? You guys, no, you've got some good ones. I got some good tags from you.
um, uh, what else? I was like trying to talk about. I want to talk about how I'm allergic to my dogs, but I can't get rid of them. You know, they like my kids, but I literally wake up looking like Hitch every morning.
You allergic to your dogs?
I'm allergic. I just got allergic to them.
That's you. That's how lonely you are. That you allergic to dogs and you got them.
And it's like, at you. And just they all in my house. I'm not as allergic as I am with cats. So like I'm not gonna die, but I literally get allergies and stuff.
LOL. That's a good one. Oh, Rodney.
Right.
Uh,
Which I gotta figure out, I gotta work on that one. And then the other thing is I wanna talk about these Invisaligns that I got. But then like I wanna figure out how to talk about
you got Invisalign?
I did, and then my teeth went right back because I can't remember. Like I'm not responsible in that way. I need braces. I want full on braces because they started like turning, and I was like, "Ooh, my teeth are getting straight." And now I haven't worn them, and my shit got worse. I'm like, "Ooh, oh,
So wait,
it
how long?
just."
I want to.
It's only like a
You
year.
gotta keep Invisalign in your mouth for it to work. 7 years.
No, it's maybe it was 6 to 9 months.
So
It
what happened?
depends. What happened was I kept. First of all, you can only take them out if you're eating or drinking something, and they say if you smoke. I do all that shit all day, so literally I'm like putting it in and it's like working, and then I have to keep taking it out. But as you take it out, there's like wear and tear because you got to like get it off your teeth. So now it's like cracking and shit and all, so I just
Only you will fuck up some Invisalign though.
it
That's
was
just how it is.
it was just like, why why did I do this to myself? Why can't I just get braces so I can't get out of it?
That is hilarious. Dog shorts. Make sure you have hardwood floors throughout and an air purifier, and then get them groomed regularly. So you get some good
I
advice.
got I got hardwood floors, and you said a good air purifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they not going anywhere. You'll see me swollen and bit up every day, and unless the shit closes my throat.
The dogs are going to be posting your pictures on
I
Instagram.
know.
Yeah, she was a good person.
She was a.
Because you,
Oh,
Chaunté Wayans
they
has her own
they
Instagram.
they hit you. Yeah, my both of my dogs got one.
Yeah, they're gonna be posting pictures of you on the Instagram page talking about
R.I.P. Mom.
she was a good owner.
That's
They
how
was
it was.
go.
That's no, I was gonna say that's how it was dating this girl with a kid, and she would be like, you're not spending time and stuff, and you gotta like help me with my kid, and I'm like, bitch, you don't help me with mine,
No.
my two dogs. You don't take them for walks or nothing.
Oh my God, you and your single mothers. That's so funny. Single. I watch. Do you watch The Shy?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh yeah, it's a lesbian couple that are married, and one of them has kids. And the kid, she got so many problems. I know that lesbian is like the other one, but they both lesbians. But I know the other one is like, dang, where the no kids lesbians?
That's why the daddy left. Motherfucker got too many problems. Like, damn, I just wanted to be a daddy's girl. Now you
Somebody said instead of dogs of Instagram, it's going to be the Chauntés of
I
Instagram.
know. Oh, why y'all trying to kill me off already? What up,
Uh,
Zay? Sorry.
I know Zay's so supportive.
Yeah, sure.
So I got the Latin moms have kids of all races. If you grew up in New York, you know the Latin people is like you see the Latin people and you be like the Puerto Ricans, they'll have a black kid, a white kid, an Asian kid. You be like, what the fuck? Like
Mhm.
everybody looks different. Like my brother's name is Chino because he has like slanted eyes and they call him China. I call him China. They call him Chino. And my sister's like pale, pale, white, white. And then my other brother's in between, and I'm like the dark one. And people be like, y'all got the same father?
Do y'all?
And I'm like, yeah, his name is Colin.
Ah,
Colonization,
you
bitch.
said that.
But it's like my grandmother got 6 kids. They you could just see the all the
I hate you so
conversation.
much. But who's sorry? This has
No,
been the most strange live because I don't want y'all to hear my dog crying and barking in the back.
why are they crying and barking?
Just want to be out because I got company, so they want to get out and be nosy.
How you got company during COVID?
People got needs.
Yeah, you need a
Nah,
upper
this is my
respiratory
friend.
infection.
No, I actually only hang out with people I was hanging out with people with in the beginning, pretty much. Like they've been around for life. So
And y'all gonna get sick together.
look, Lunel got tested for me, and we ain't got it, so I'm good.
What you mean she got tested for you?
Because I saw her and I was like, so she went and got tested. And she was like, "We don't have COVID." I said, "I know. That's
Yeah,
how I get. That's how I get tested."
I'm not messing with it.
Nah,
You know, I get sick, and I'll be the one. You know,
you'll be the one. This is real. I'm like, oh shit. Nah, Aida got it.
mix it up, people. Only one race, human race. CC infected ass. LOL. Ow. LOL.
What?
I'm reading the comments.
Oh,
Let's see. I'm working on this joke that like people that worked really hard in the 70s to become famous, and
they
they
become
never
what?
to become famous, and they never became famous, and now they memes and they give like how fucked up that is. You used to work out, you went to acting class, you got your headshots done, you worked every day, you was working very hard, you would go to on stage and do plays for free, and you never got famous. And then one day you sitting at home and your grandkids be like, "Grandma, it's you working out, doing the hip hop dance.
Right.
You made it, Grandma. You made it."
That's funny. You made it. So
It's so sad.
sometimes that be their greatest like some people really don't care when they get it. They feel like they still accomplishing. You like you was only in it for 2 seconds. But I was on TV.
You don't
That's
remember
what
when
it,
I served the plate on the Golden Girls? I was the waitress with the
right.
shirt on.
That was me. They still rub it in. I get people that run into me and say that because of my family.
They
People
say,
don't people don't know how to approach, like, it's weird how much you think the most of the world, like, common sense would just say, why would you ask that? Why would you say it like that? And like, I get people who so direct. Somebody hit me up and goes, "Yo, I'm such and such, I'm a comedian, put me on the show." And it was just like, who? I don't know nothing about you. I haven't heard of you. You ain't send me a link or anything, but people are so straightforward when it comes to shit they want, and they all got to go through this. Right, bitch?
"Oh, I get people who think I have more power and money than I do."
Oh, yeah,
But
they
I,
like, hey, won't you take this into the network? See if
but
Bill get,
I do what I used to do.
bless you.
Excuse me,
Bless
to
you.
drug dealers in Miami, like the drug addicts, like the homeless people. They'll come up to me like, "Excuse me." Like this guy in Miami on South Beach, he used to have a accent, a British accent, and I know it was fake because I would hear him, and then he would just come up and be like, "Would you happen to
Mm.
like because if he said it in the accent, we would give him the money."
Mm-hmm.
But my cousin used to die laughing because when somebody would ask me for money, I would be like, "I was just about to ask you the same.
Ah!
Do you have $10?" And they just go away. They just be like,
Yeah.
I had some funny incidents though. Me and my ex-boyfriend were walking down the street in Monica, Santa Monica, and this dude came up to him and said, "Hey man, you got $5?" And he was like, "Nah." And the man walked off and said, "Damn."
Ah!
He was so mad. It was so funny, yo. I was like, yo, these homeless people ain't fucking around no more.
People don't know how to access stuff the right way. My cousin who like smokes, and I know every time he about to do something, but he would almost do the shit that your uncle was doing, but he would be like, he would tell me this crazy story just to get like, he'd be like, yo, sis, I gotta take my daughter to the hospital. You think I could borrow some money? I'd be like, how much? He'd be like $20. I'm like, nigga, that sounds like a bag of weed. That sounds like a dub that you need because it's further and it's gonna cost you more to get your daughter seen from the doctor. They just, oh man.
We made it. We made an hour.
We made an hour. I'm gonna write some more stuff, and I want to come do this again
You got
another time.
we do it every Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. I want to say thank you to all of you who joined us. We appreciate y'all. This is not a comedy show. This is a comedy workout. So we work out our jokes. We talk about the process of making jokes. Every week, someone new will join me, and we will talk about their process because everybody has a different process. And I want to just say I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow, Jessica Marie Garcia from On My Block will be joining me on an episode of Truth Serum at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to be talking about her journey, her TV show, which is one of the most popular shows on Netflix, and just her life, because she has a very interesting story. I want to say thank you to you. I appreciate y'all. And thank you, Chaunté. I'm glad you came back. You got to come back. You came
I
by.
love you.
I love you too, but not
Say
like
it. Say it to my face. No, that's the
that.
clip.
Nah,
That's the clip I'm gonna make go viral. I love you too.
I'm not gonna say nothing to your face because y'all got COVID.
I'm coming over with
You
my
think it's
mask
the
on.
dogs that got you sneezing? What got you sneezing is that company,
The COVID company.
the COVID company. You COVID compromised right now. Y'all stay safe. I love you. Look, my aunt
Love you
said she
too.
loves you. I love you,
I
Thea.
love you too. About to
Hey,
slide in Tia's
no, you
no.
not. You back up off my
Hey
aunt.
Tia, hey Tia, hey Tia, hey.
She's beautiful too. She's absolutely beautiful and timeless.
Which
Um,
one is Thea? Is Thea Jacque? Where's she at?
no, Hilda. Hilda
Hilda.
Rodriguez. So anyway, we're gonna come back next week. I'll see y'all tomorrow for an episode of True Serum, and then Friday. And thank you for joining us on the Jokes Only Zone. And hopefully Rodney Perry will stop by next week and we'll talk about his process in writing a joke. Have a good night.
Love you. Bye, guys.